require him to do jobs and work that he doesn't want to do at times that he doesn't want to do it, like at night when most of us are watching Netflix. It's going to cause you to be doing things that are uncomfortable, like calling workman's comp, whoever that is, and figuring out what does it mean, are we getting any more money, will there be any repercussions if we go ahead and work since the payment stopped, right? These are all the things that you guys are going to have to do, and the challenge for you
trivia.
The finance of this, Heather, is going to be not feeling.
Hello, Rated Frog, you're first. Congratulations. Ernest is here, TRT tryouts. Hello, you guys. Rich, Chad Henry, hello. Happy Friday. I feel like my TV might be a little bit too loud. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I had to get you off for the clock, but I really want you to understand that this is something you.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry for ditching right then and there. All right, Jamil Ali Kaylin, happy Friday. CJ McCrae, I think I'm the first one to join. I don't know. I think it was Rated Frog this time. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Ernest. Ooh, it's like the Harry Potter Hedwig owl. Also, you guys, I'm back to pen and paper because, unfortunately, I was working on my laptop last night. I went to reset it because it was acting a little glitchy, and it never turned back on. I did all the resets. I Googled how to fix it. Nothing worked. It wouldn't power up today. I plugged it in. I tried every last thing I could think of, and my computer is not powering up. So I gotta get I'm temporarily without a laptop, unfortunately, but the show must go on. Okay, Ernest. Let's do gifts. Ernest, that was really fun. Thank you, Ernest. Sent the owl. Mr. Fulton, very cool. Nice. Best of luck, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Rated Frog. Toasty, hello. Today the first day back at work. I haven't been all week due to snow. Gotcha. Take the battery out and put it back in. I'm bringing it to an expert. I'm not going to mess around with my computer. Back to the Future. Hello, Hannah. How are you today? William Barry. Hello. Jameer Khan Yilmaz. Good to see you again. Rich. Young Chazi. Okay, so now I usually put in my poll questions on my laptop because the display is better. But I want to give you guys a poll question. Let's see, trivia time. Oh. Okay. How do I do this? Thank you, AJ. Oh, this is so rough. Nope, not that. Settings, no. Let's see, Joe Sensei is here. Dang, how do I do a poll on here? Ooh, yes, I got you, Joe Sensei. Oh, this is gonna be hard without my computer to help me. Joe Sensei sent the GLHF. We had to pay $60 just to get our driveway plowed on Tuesday. Oh no, Back to the Future, I'm sorry. Fun Shorts TV, we subscribed. Thank you. TRT tryouts. Thank you, AJ. I'm not British. Nope, I am American. Let me grab my flag for you. I should just keep this in the background somewhere so people know what country I'm in. Kaylin, any color ideas? I'm planning to get nails done tomorrow. I don't do color for my nails. I keep mine neutral, so I'll just go with pink. Thank you, Jameer Khan Yilmaz. Yes! Gifts, channel. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep categories like I do on my Word doc. Jameer Khan. 10. Back to the Future, wish I could do more than 7 likes. Thank you, Ernest. Oh, and look at that, Jamericon Yilmaz got a membership himself. That's awesome. Ken V, Philippe Courtois, all you new members, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yay! Viresh, I am a data analyst for my 9-to-5 job. Back to the Future, yes, don't know, wow. I wish I could use these member emojis with you guys. That's why I keep my laptop open to the side, but my laptop is not working. Oliver is right. What is the gift thing? It's gifted memberships to the channel, which is like a subscription to my channel. Max is here. Yaba, Greenland, question mark. I just haven't been watching the news, so I don't know anything going on with Greenland. Jamericon Yilmaz. Thank you, Pluto. Let me see. I want to give you guys a trivia question. James, the injured engine. What is this? Nope. Mike, none of these buttons look. Settings, no. Mike, set a poll, nope. Movie, film, lighting. Why is this so hard? How do I add a poll, you guys? Stickers? Is that it? Oh, there we go. Jeez, why is it under stickers? Oh, this is so hard. I'm gonna take this off the stand and give it and type it. Okay. Guess what event? Oh, mobile only is so irritating. Guess what event I have tomorrow. B-day, I'll just do birthday, party, house, engagement, party, baby, shower. All right, done. Poll question is, oh, start poll. There you go. Sorry. Can I make this? Oh, nice. I can make it smaller. Are you guys seeing the poll on my screen? Okay, I put up the poll so that it hopefully is like right here on my screen and not like blocking the whole thing. Okay, Kurt, hello. Okay, sorry, I know I'm behind. Christina Karasturi is here. JP, hello, sorry, I'm a little behind. Sakin Mina, stage 3 diabetes. William Barry, I have no clue what a data analyst is, but I bet Hannah is top tier. You get to analyze data. I don't say what kind of data on here because I'm not trying to divulge all the info from my job. Kurtz, what's up today, Hannah? TGIF, I'm glad that it's Friday. Honestly, these really cold temperatures are getting to me. Like, my hands just stay really chilly for a long time. Same with my feet. I'm ready to just not be in the negatives anymore. I'm hitting, I think it's also having to commute in the freezing cold temps is just not fun. So it's wearing on me. But again, I am a winter person. Kenneth Hicks, hello. Big Maj, I identify as both, black and white. Kurt, Silver Star, hello. Andy, William Barry is guessing baby shower. Chris Rule, Kaylin, I see the poll, awesome, awesome. Artish, Matthew Basketball is back. American Patriot, I've been reading and hearing, collecting information, Redshift, Christian, Josiah. Hey, Hannah, how are you? I'm doing good. Trying to stay warm. I'm kind of toasty in here, so Yeah, what am I gonna do? My tofu is almost done. I think I'm gonna whip up a batch of quinoa. Chris Rule, hand of the clock thickness. We are in the path of the snowstorm here in Myrtle Beach. Wow, Myrtle Beach. I mean, I've been to Myrtle Beach before, and it's so weird to think about that area getting snow. That's crazy. Oh, mile per hour winds. Okay. I think I'm gonna do some quinoa tonight. Same old, same old. William Berry, Chris, 70 mile per hour winds is serious if sustained. Thank you, Back to the Future. Love it. All right.
Based on what you said, what you're experiencing is not just happening with the bank account, you're just interested in bettering themselves, whether it be through counseling or through changes of behavior, that's a big red flag. And I know you've devoted 20 years to this thing, but man, oh man, please, please, please keep yourself and your kids safe and do what you need to do that.
Paul Rivera says, you're getting engaged. Congratulations. Pokey says, hey friend, you remember Capricorn? Hello, Wesley. I'm gonna turn this over here just a little bit so you guys can see my sink. And I'm gonna grab this. When we come to the wedding. Hi, I can't read your username. Something. Hello, Hannah. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the gifted membership. It wasn't me, actually. This is bothering me. I can't read your username. Ken V. Hello, Ken V. I am doing well. It was probably Jamericon Yilmaz who gifted you a membership. I did not do it. That was a different user. Where did you get that snowflake? I made that snowflake, believe it or not. Thank you, AJ. I love these earrings too, hence why I wear them at so many of the live streams. Vice is here. Hello, Danielle Armstrong. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday so far. Yeah, it was very chill. Super relaxing. Hope you did too. Hope you had a relaxing Friday as well. Trini. Hello, Trini. Angela Blush is here. Hello, Angela. Off the quinoa. Pokey, are you really getting engaged? I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to ruin the poll. Back to the Future. Hannah, I placed my $1,200 bet on the Patriots. Uh-oh. We're rooting for different teams, but that's okay. 190 to win the Super Bowl on February. It'll pay about 3,400. Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to say best of luck because I want the Seahawks to win. We'll see what happens. Antonio Salazar, happy Friday. Good to see you. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna start adding some ingredients to this.
But you did, well, you're not helping them. Hold up, you're not helping them. You told us that 10 years ago, it was from the beginning that it was, we'll take these loans, we'll pay them back. You were not, it wasn't a bait and switch.
Monique Anderson, hello Hannah. How are your push-ups coming along? I can do 20 push-ups now. I'm very pleased to report. So it's progress.
Legally, you're right. It's in their name. This is just as much their problem if you decide not to pay. It's on them.
Kaylin says, wait, February 1st is Sunday already. Seems like January flew by. I know. January did go fast. I mean, I'm happy with January, but it was a pretty fast month. Dilly to Chili, Toxic Grenade. Celsius, I don't drink that. Jesus Graciano, Monique. Paul Rivera, what are you watching on TV? No, maybe some of you would be able to guess this. Somebody try and guess what I'm watching on my TV. All right, now let's do some pepper. Ken V says, thank you for the membership. Jameer Khan Yilmaz. Yaba, Back to the Future. I has to be a 50-50 chance. It has to be a 50-50 chance, yes.
So the parent plus loans, I'm assuming those are also broken up into.
All right, lots of tasty pepper.
Okay, so what I would do is I take
Kirk Micah making quinoa. You're on your 5th Celsius today, Toxic Grenade. Wesley, no snow, January flew by for you. Me trying to listen to what it could be, LOL, yeah. Listen.
right in there, wherever they fall, smallest to largest, and just knock it out. This has gone on for 10 years.
The longer the weather's hanging, those are plus loans that are higher. And so the longer you wait on this, it's going to balloon to 175,000.
Sponsored by Celsius. Paul Rivera, how about turmeric? Not in the quinoa, no, but in my tofu, yes. Ooh, the pepper is making my nose itch.
So you make minimum payments on all of your debt, regardless of what the minimum payment is. And then whatever the smallest loan is.
Sneeze, haha. Wesley says, what it do? Back to the Future?
Whatever the smallest balance is, not by monthly payment, by balance. Whatever the smallest balance is, that's the one you put all the extra money on. And that's the one that you're gonna knock out first. And so again, the idea is you start feeling the momentum off of this, and then you feel good, and you do the next, you put all the money on the next smallest debt. And that one's paid off, you have all that freed up money.
So here's about 1 tablespoon of vegan plant butter. I'm gonna put that in here.
When you're doing the debt snowball, it is by balance, not by monthly payment. So that's a good thing to remember going forward. Thank you for the call. We've got Janae, who's in Baltimore.
Rowan, hello. No, I am not. Yaba, I heard about this. It was news to me as of like yesterday or today, so I'll probably eventually see it. I'm curious.
However, the college that I go to right now is like a private Christian college.
Let's see, Rowan, Back to the Future, Mario Rojas. What is your coffee routine like? I'll show you in just a second. So my daily coffee is this Starbucks Premium Instant Medium Roast Coffee. I I drink this, 1 cup of this every single day.
Is it because it's like, are you borrowing directly from the school or something that it's not?
All right, so there's the vegan plant butter, salt and pepper with the quinoa. Now I need 2 cups of water.
I kind of messed up with my break and so when it came down to me.
Murtis Blanco, Vincent Too Holy.
If there was a lot of school, that's what just didn't cover the full amount.
So this is a plan directly with the school?
Yeah.
It's not technically a loan, it's just a balance that you haven't paid yet?
Are you making a cake? No, I'm not making a cake. I'm not really eating sweets much these days. I'm focusing on eating very clean,
School after 6 months.
minimally processed or unprocessed foods.
Carry on what happens then, because at this point, it may be
All right, so that looks good. I'm gonna pour the water in here.
that solve this.
Come on. And then let this boil on my stove top.
That's exactly. And so you can't afford $6 grand a month right now. Are you working? How much do you make a month?
I have 2 jobs, one in school.
Paul Rivera, that's what RFK Jr. told me to do. Fancy, you must be an aristocrat. Mario Rojas, PBS, you're the best, says Wesley. Okay, what next, guys? I think I'm gonna put some dishes away. Clean up a bit.
You got 3,000 a month total.
I need to turn you guys a little more this way.
No,
Okay, so
my family didn't do a lot of cash, so I didn't pretty much.
Monique Hanna is not a housekeeper, lol, but she is so neat and tidy. Love it. Yeah, I'm a full-time 9-to-5 employee and a YouTuber, not a housekeeper.
And so that might mean you can't go to school right now. You need to get to work full-time, overtime, pay what you owe, and then.
Paul Rivera, Frontline on PBS is your TV. No, I'm not watching that on my TV. Guess again.
Get our best price, just $50 a month for 5 years. Guaranteed.
Paul Rivera says Drat. Yeah, it's a YouTube channel that I'm watching. Dave Ramsey. Yep, I'm watching the Dave Ramsey. What's it called? The Dave Ramsey Show? It's the Ramsey Show. That's what it's called. Yes, you got it. Correct. Dave Ramsey. Oh, Chica's here. Yes, I'm watching today's upload on the Ramsey Show. Dave Ramsey. My fave. I know. He's so great. He's actually not on this, like on today's radio show. It's Jade Warshaw and George Camel, who I like both of them. Oh, Bishop Bullwinkle, thank you. I'm back to my pen and paper, so let me make sure to get you. Bishop Bullwinkle, Bishop Bullwinkle, 3,000. Thank you, Omar. Paul Rivera, you're more interesting than Dave Ramsey. I don't know. Dave Ramsey is really interesting. That show is incredible. I have learned, I would say, at least a bachelor's degree worth of knowledge by watching his show. I am not a lefty, unfortunately, Paul. This is a mirror image reflection on my camera. Baby orchids, hello. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the hype.
They've been my choice for all my insurance for over 25 years. And
25 years. Paul Rivera says, oops, yeah, I know. I wish I was a lefty because I think lefties are incredible, but nope, I'm a righty. Let's see. Back to the Future. Subscribe, share, join, become a channel member. Thank you, Baby Orchids, as well. Your fave Mex. It's my cheat meal night. Your fave Mex, what are you eating for your cheat meal tonight? I was gonna say either Shark Tank or the Great British Baking Show. I love both of those shows, but I wasn't feeling like those tonight. Rowan, what's your specialty in the kitchen? Vegan food. Vegan food is what I make. Let's see. Paul Rivera, I'm eating rice and beans. Are you jealous? I don't know if I'd say jealous. I like rice and beans, but I don't know if I was ever, like I wasn't craving that type of food today. But they're tasty. I enjoy eating rice and beans. That's also a Dave Ramsey-ism. Rice and beans, beans and rice. Good protein source, good balanced meal. Tasty stuff.
So let me just make sure you said all that very quickly. So you're doing fine, mom is doing fine, and then you have this home with your other sisters.
Some kind of pasta. Okay. Yum. Sounds delicious. You guys are so quiet. You are so organized. I enjoy being organized. I mean, I don't want to live in a cluttery mess. It's stressful. Happy Friday. Yes, indeed. Happy Friday to everybody. TGIF.
So when you inherit a home, you get a step up in value. But when you gift it, that's a different situation. And so what is the house worth today?
I gotta take this off. I am getting hot in this kitchen. All right.
As far
I'm disorganized, but it's not my fault. I can't afford a housekeeper at this time. I mean, you don't need a housekeeper to be organized. It just takes a little bit of scheduling your time and discipline. Let's keep going with this stuff.
We have $10 million. So I don't have this extra house sitting around.
We needed the win. Thank you, Jessica, for calling me that one. We got Jimmy who's in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hey, Jimmy, how can we help today?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome. So, I just want to say I'm a great fan of what you guys do for people.
Yaba says, Hannah, when you played football, can you remember your best ever goal or hat tricks? I did score hat tricks. I can't remember which games they were at, but I remember, I would say two goals I was proudest of was when my high school team was in playoffs and I scored the winning goal in overtime that ended the game. So that was really exciting. And then I remember I was playing in this tournament and my teammate it was a corner kick, my teammate kicked the ball in, and I jumped and headed it in, and I was like, yes, I'm so glad I made that, because it was sweet. So, I can remember some of my goals, yeah, but. Monique, Hannah, I dated someone who used to wash every dish twice. Oh no, so he would wash the dishes, put them away, and then wash the dish and utensil again before every use. It drove me crazy. Yeah, that would be a little much for me. The only time that I do that is when I'm at work, and so I work in an office setting, and there's a kitchen area where, oh, Roger Hess, thank you. I'm too far away to screenshot it, but thank you. Dang it, now you're comboing it. Let me quickly get Roger Hess, 490. But Monique, the only time that I will rewash dishes is when I'm at work, at the office, in the kitchen area where there's like a full kitchen with forks and knives and plates. And the thing is, it's like, there's so many people who work at my office that have kids. And there's germs coming from daycare, from school, from different people's homes, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rewash this plate and rewash this fork I'm gonna use from the communal kitchen, just because I am not trying to pick up the germs that people are bringing to the office. But in terms of being at home, I wash my dishes once and that is good enough for me. I could not do the double washing. That would drive me crazy. Thank you, Roger Hess, for the super chat. Let me heart it. Okay, thank you. Gotcha. Let me add you to the supers list. Super chat. Be sure to vote in the poll if you haven't yet, guys. How are you, Roger Hess? Thank you very much for sending that super chat. Awesome sauce. Monique, see, that makes sense, but he was doing this in his own home. Yeah, to me, that is someone who I would guess is a hypochondriac. Like, they're extremely germophobic. They're really scared of just picking up any, I don't know, bacteria or virus or fungus, whatever. And I'm just like, I can't do this. I couldn't live with someone who is that much of a germaphobe, because it's like, guess what? There's some crazy fact out there that there's like far more bacteria in the human body than there are human cells. Like, humans are filled from head to toe with bacteria, with little, I'm sure, yeah, there's like virus particles floating around, but it's like we are filled with germs ourselves. Like, the human body is supposed to have germs. And someone who was that freaked out about having germs, it would be such an inconvenience, and it would get on my nerves to the point where it just wouldn't be a sustainable living situation. It'd be like, I can't live like this. I'm spending too much of my time, well, you're spending so much of your time, and now it's interfering with my life, having to rewash things that I've already washed. Yeah, couldn't do it. There's a fungus among us. Yes, indeed. There's many. boiling.
You set out to kick off your day. You have to have a really great why, almost like that carrot dangling in front of you so that you know why you're going after this. In their case, having a honeymoon after 10 years, that's a pretty good reason why. Maybe it's the trip that you want to take, maybe it's to pay for your kids' college, maybe it's to have your dream house, whatever it is, your why should be so strong because that's going to be your ultimate reason.
All right, guys, quinoa is cooking. Monique says, I tried to suggest politely that hypochondria might be a possibility, but he was super offended. Well, if this person can't face reality and take any kind of input without having a negative reaction like that, that's an automatic red flag and a no for me. I feel like a key element with anyone who I want in my life, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's anyone I'm close to on a regular basis, is like open-mindedness and receptive to feedback. Like if someone who I really care about comes to me and says, I notice you're kind of cranky lately. I notice you seem kind of, down lately. It's like my first reaction wouldn't be, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh my God, how dare you say that? It'd be like, okay, well, this is someone who knows me and is around me all the time, which functions kind of like a mirror. It's like, okay, if someone else is commenting on how they're seeing me and they see me and know me well, I think it's bad if someone is like automatically offended and defensive. I value open-mindedness. Ajar is here. Reaper sent the happy poop. I don't know if I'll get to it in time. I sadly don't have my laptop with me, so I'm gonna have to rely on my notebook. Reaper. Mateo is here. Hello, Mateo. Monique is laughing. Oh, so blessed. Those kind of people are like children. You mean the people who can't take feedback and criticism? Well, the thing is, people who are snap offended, can't take feedback, can't take criticism, and go immediately on the defensive, those people don't make it typically at a 9-to-5 job because like you're constantly getting evaluated. Like at least at my job, there's an annual review. You sit down with your boss and your boss tells you what you're doing good, what you could do better. And it's like, if I sat there and just went off on my supervisor during my performance reviews every year, I would not last. I would be out the door. So it's like, you're only hurting yourself when you can't be open to feedback and criticism. Michael Grimes is here. Gen Alpha is cooked. I've heard a lot of people say this. I hope we aren't cooked. I mean, I'll remain optimistic because I think there's things they're good at that other generations aren't as good at. So we'll see. Time will tell. Wolfran, it's very hot here in our place. I feel like I'm getting hotter. And see, it's very cold here in Minnesota. And I feel like this particular week, I did a lot of commuting. I was at the office. There were different things I had to attend. And it's just having to be out and walking and dressing and planning and packing and all of just how cumbersome it can be trying to get anywhere and be dressed properly. It starts to grate on my nerves a bit where I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like, it just feels like it's so much effort and a good amount of discomfort where you're like, I can't feel my ears, I can't feel my nose, my hands are freezing even though I'm wearing gloves, my toes are numb, even though I'm wearing wool socks and boots. You're just like, yes, the Sub-Zeros continue to be here. Wesley, let's see, Back to the Future. I'm good, Reaper. Oh, so blessed. Hi, Hannah. I hope you're having a blessed night. I hope you are too. You know what, Wesley? I'm laughing at your super chat. And thank you. Wesley, I'm laughing at your super chat. 1, because I think that's really fun. And 2, You know what immediately came to mind when I read your message? I'm going to jump on the furniture with my shoes on. I immediately thought you guys should like leave a hand emoji comment if you thought this too. But I immediately thought of that very, very infamous moment when Tom Cruise was on the Oprah show and he jumped on her couch and people were like, are you okay, Tom? That's exactly what came to mind the second I read your super chat, Wesley. Thank you again for the super chat. Wesley Stotts. Want to make sure to get your handle right. Wesley Stotts. Okay, and I did get a screenshot too. Cool, genuine Phil. Me, Hannah. Oh, hello. Christopher says I miss you. Well, I'm glad you're here. Nicole, Kaylin, Christopher Ray, Reaper. I know all the Dono Wows. Use those Dono Wows, members. That's what they're there for. When people donate. Wesley smiling, Yabba, thought of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise on Oprah's couch. What a memorable moment. But honestly, I think there are way more shocking pop culture moments than that one. That one feels like old news. I would say most recently, the pop culture moment that shocked me the most was Will Smith. Was it slapping or punching Chris? I think he slapped him. But when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, it was kind of like a slap punch. I'm gonna have to rewatch the clip. But I remember thinking, I was like, wait. Like, these are actors? Like Will Smith's an actor, Chris Rock is a comedian. So I'm like, this could be staged, but I was like, that felt kind of real. You know those moments where you're like, you're kind of panicking internally because you don't know if it's real or if it's fake. Kind of wanting it to be fake. Magic Dragon is here. Magic in the house. Walleye John. I've got stones. Thank you so much. I did have a lovely Friday. Thank you so much for saying that. Yes, it was very chill, very nice. I'm, yeah, just, I would say I have like a busier weekend. There's more events. I'm busy both days, which typically isn't the case for me, but I'm busy most of tomorrow. And then I'm seeing friends on Sunday and going live. So I was like, ooh, you know what? I gotta utilize my Friday night. And I've been cooking some quinoa and I completely forgot to put the lid on it. Oops. Hold that thought. But yeah, I was like, ooh, I got a busy weekend, busier than normal. So I got to use this Friday night to actually cook some food that will last me into at least like Monday or Tuesday next week. Because I just am not going to have much time to do cooking. Like I feel like it's good fun plans that I've got for this weekend, but it's like, wait, hold on. If I'm gonna have all this fun and not be screwed once I'm back to work on Monday, I need to actually like prep some food and do some cleaning. So I got home today. I meant to vacuum my entryway because it's covered in like sand and salt and stuff from outside in the snow. But it's like, I feel like I've been a little productive today so that I'm not thinking about all the things I should be doing and prepping for when I'm out having fun. Wesley, Magic Dragon. No one wants to watch Will Smith. Is that true? I don't mind watching him still. Mine was the Miss Universe pageant with Steve Harvey. Oh, OMG. Legendary. I should actually, this is making me think like what event shocked me most? Like how, I'm trying to think how I would phrase this. I'm going to wordsmith it, but like real time crazy moment or something like that. And then we can do like Will Smith slap, Miss Universe. I need to, if I had my computer, I could do some research, but this is a good potential poll question. Yes, Chica, I agree. Paul Rivera, it was wicked hurtful. Wolf Fran, are you Snow White? Because even if you have 7 dwarfs with you, I'm still your Prince Charming without a horse. Okay, I appreciate it. Reaper, Walleye John. Wesley says, you don't know the depths of my pettiness. Ooh, okay. Ovich says, hello to France. I'm not in France. I don't know if you meant to say greetings from France. I'm in the United States. I had this out earlier because someone was asking me where I was, and I was like, I'll just have my flag. So, Team USA, baby. Next Friday, opening ceremonies. Let's go. Brian, hi, beautiful. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Brian, how are you? Happy Friday. Once you tell us the event, can you share what the outfit is going to be? Sure. Okay. Yes, let me make a note of that before I forget. Monique wants to know outfit for tomorrow. Yes. Paul Rivera, Will Smith's career took a dive after the slap. Makes sense. I've got stones. They made memes out of that till this day. Brian, I'm not going to close the poll just yet. Vote if you haven't, guys. Looks like birthday parties got the most votes, then baby shower, then house... It's either housewarming or engagement. I can't tell. Paul Rivera with the salute, watching from the Philippines, says Wolf Fran. EA212K, I had a really nice, pretty low-key day, actually. Quiet day at work. I'm writing a report, and it's going well. Can we see your engagement ring? You guys are sniffing for answers. I'm not going to give you any hints for the poll question until I close it and actually tell you guys what it is. Okay. Tofu is probably just about done. I also hate how red my hands get in the winter because they get red when my hands are freezing and they get red when my hands are hot. And right now, my hands are hot. I would like them to just not look so red, but it's just something that happens in the winter time. Let's see if some cold water can fix this. Love your outfit, says Brian. Thank you. I wore this to work today. This is one of my work blouses. Alrighty. Libri Mom. Alright, this is looking good, guys.
I used to be that guy who bragged about running on no sleep. And then I realized being tired all the time is not a flex. To show up as the best sports camel I can be, I need real rest. And that's why I got Casper mattresses in my home. The experts at Casper designed their mattresses to help you sleep deeper, cooler, and more comfortably. And they've been top ranked in both the foam and mattress
Ooh,
categories.
I need more curry.
You and your entire family deserve great sleep. So go to casper.com/Ramsey and use code Ramsey for 25% off mattresses and 10% off everything else. That gives you up to $1,200 off the Snowmax mattress, which is the exact one I sleep on. That's casper.com/Ramsey. Go Ramsey.
All right, this is tofu scramble. Not seasoned yet, so I'm going to season it now.
Alright, to the phone lines, we've got Kevin, who's in Tallahassee, Florida. Kevin?
Brian, Back to the Future. Hello, hello, hello.
I really want to be able to get my finances in order to help my new wife be able to transition as a stay-at-home mom. So, I'm not really sure how to feel about that.
Monique says the dish towels are really nice. Thank you. They were gifts from different people. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm adding here. I like to put the dish towels down so I don't accidentally burn my countertop since it's white and it will show if it's burned. or gets any marks on it. I don't like ketchup, Brian, so I am not putting ketchup on this. All right. Pizzas.
That's okay. I hear Gary's got one. Okay, so about half.
Half the income.
Ooh, that's a big chunk. The question is, can you afford to do this? So obviously the first questions that I have are, do you guys have debt?
I've got stones, not a fan of ketchup either. Okay, sorry, I'm listening to the Dave Ramsey show. James Figueroa, I really try to keep my kitchen neat when I'm cooking. I do not like cooking in a mess. It drives me absolutely insane. I can function in a, like, I feel like I should turn my camera around and show you guys kind of like the clutter around my home right now, because I can function in a mess. I feel like I'm pretty chill when it comes to my surroundings and I don't need things to be like perfect. But especially when it's food, it's like, it's stuff that you're gonna be eating. Like, I don't want there to be dirty dishes and dusty things and clutter everywhere. Just, oh, I want my food to be clean and, you know, not around dirty stuff. Thanks, Kaylin. Ryan says, wow, you're so amazing. Sweet, love your energy and vibes. Thanks. I'm trying to keep it good vibes only on here, guys. Oh, these spices are getting to me. Sorry, I didn't show you the jars just yet. But, oh, getting to me. Okay, so I've been sprinkling in some organic turmeric. You can tell this has clumped a little bit because of the steam coming off of the tofu, which is fine. Paprika for flavor and color. Okay. Curry powder. EA212, your cooking is amazing. Thank you. Making tofu tonight. One of my staples. Many of you have seen me make this over and over and over again. I love this so much. Tofu is my favorite source of protein as a vegan. OMG Cassidy, I wanted to say again, thank you so much for sharing those beautiful photos in my community tab. And second, you are so lucky that you get to travel to a place that beautiful for work. The fact that that was a work trip, I'm like, Cassidy is living the high life. I see you, Cassidy. Let's see. One Delish, Danielle. Hello, Danielle. I was gonna ask you, since you left a comment on my positive mindset short video, did you have that test you were talking about in your comment where you were gonna try and use the mindset? I'm curious. James Figueroa, yes, I'm using curry. Cassidy says, the poll question is so fun. Even if I'm wrong, that's gonna be so much fun tomorrow. Yes, it's a fun event tomorrow, right? All the options are good. Very excited.
What do you do for work?
So right now I'm a correctional officer for the state.
Okay, what's the sort of ladder in your field to move up?
Right now, we're actually looking at getting a pay raise from $23 an hour to $28.
Nice. Excellent. That's like 10 grand a year.
Yeah, that's it would be super exciting.
Yeah.
How is Minneapolis? Michelle something? Minneapolis, I mean, yes, the media coverage looks bad, but a lot of Minneapolis is peaceful and quiet. Life is going well for me. I'm still living my life, and I still love this city.
Career changing discussions. I love the fact that you're thinking about the wife being
Everyone should remember the equation. Media coverage does not equal the whole picture. So whatever you're seeing on the news, it's like part of reality, but it's not the whole reality. Just keep that in mind. Back to the Future says hi to Danielle and Cassidy. James, you're like me, only buy organic. Yup, I try to buy everything organic. Ice Cold, Rich, Felipe Reyes. How are you, Felipe? Happy Friday. All right, I'm officially out of curry. I have to do it next Wednesday, just the way you put it out, that at least we have the help now made me feel better about it. Yup, I know. Whenever I've gone through specifically health related things like a sprain or a cut or something that I needed to go in and actually see a doctor for, or it's like there was just something that was bothering me where it's like, I should probably get this looked at. I should probably go in and get a test done or something. Go to Walgreens, go to CVS and just pick up a nice little test. And I think about, let's just pick a period of time in history, like the year 1630 in colonial Virginia. Like, can you imagine being a colonial American in 1630 and you have some kind of condition that in 2026 you just go to the drugstore and buy like a leave or you get a test for it? I just think of all the people in history where it's like they basically had to live in pain and misery because there was no treatment that existed, and it basically was like, well, wrap it, throw a band-aid on it, or soldier on and just deal with it, either temporarily or for the rest of your life. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Whenever I'm watching historical, like movies or TV shows that are set in historical times, like old times, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, and there's like no such thing as a vaccine, there's no such thing as modern medicine, prescriptions, over-the-counter, Tylenol, that kind of stuff. I'm just like, man, these people had to deal with so much filth and sickness and discomfort and shorter lifespans, and I'm like, thank God. At the very least, if you're living in a modern country like the United States, rural areas, sure, those can be tricky, but if you're in any kind of metro area or suburban area, and there's plenty of rural areas too where there's some access to care, at least it's like you're living in a modern country and there's modern medicine that's accessible somewhere. You might have to travel a bit, but oh man, I'm so glad. There have been times where I was either sick with something or I was recovering or wondering if I should go in, and decided to go in and have someone see me, check me out. And I've thought to myself, I'm like, what would I have done if I had this same issue and it was like 200 years ago? Like, what would I have done? Because it's like, say you get a prescription to treat a disease you've got, and it's like an easy, quick prescription, and then you hop over and grab. But it's like, man, it's easy now, but people just didn't have this hundreds of years ago, and it could have meant like, this is just going to progress to a really severe infection, and you're going to lose a leg, or you're going to eventually go blind, and it's just like, oh, there's endless things to be thankful for living in the 21st century. I am forever grateful that I get to have the human experience at the same time as modern medicine and smart devices and the internet, and just, it's like we're in the digital information age. You can look up anything in a second on Google. You can stay connected to other people on social media. Like, thank goodness I get to have this human experience, and it wasn't in a much more painful time. Thank goodness. Okay, Rich. Philippe Reyes says, sucks, I don't have time to be on here as much to watch your live streams. That's okay. No worries. I mean, I'm on here a lot, many days of the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and then occasionally Saturdays too. So you've got at least different options for days. Gia, we deeply support law enforcement. I appreciate law enforcement. They keep us safe. Cassidy, our company built all the cabinets for that place. Ooh, Gulf of America was their backyard. It was amazing. Oh my God. I forgot about Gulf of America. That's so funny. But Cassidy, that's amazing. That is so cool that you got to go there. Monique says, have you ever hosted a party? If so, what was the event? I have hosted a party. Let me do that as my next trivia question. Party host. I like that. Okay. I know there was a gift from Gianna. Trying to do a lot right now. Oh, Gianna. No, I missed the 6-7. I'm so sorry. Native Americans. It says Aaron Small had a lot of fixes for illnesses. What are you cooking? Tofu scramble. Thank you, Back to the Future, for modding. Yaba says, Hannah, if your computer is dead, do you have data in there that you need? Luckily, my entire computer is backed up on Apple Cloud. So this is why I have the cloud. I have a monthly subscription to Apple where all of the data on my computer is backed up to a cloud. So if anything, like if my computer was stolen, if I was cooking in here one day and then like dumped coffee on my keyboard and killed the computer, anything happens to it, all of the documents and data on my computer is backed up to the Apple Cloud. And so honestly, like when my computer decided to stop powering on last night, I was like, okay, this is really inconvenient and annoying, but honestly, I have the peace of mind knowing that if this computer is completely toast and it never turns on again, all my documents and data are backed up to the cloud. So I can access it with another device if I need to get one. Thank goodness. Kaylin says, hi, Gianna. Who even is you? Said hi. Kevin Corral. All right, Gianna sent the 6-7. I'm so sorry I didn't get that screenshot in time. Gianna forever. Yay! I gotta close this poll too. Cassidy says, so many people live streaming and wanting chaos for views. People who've ever visited Minnesota know it's not like that. Yeah, exactly. It's just, I always try to remember, okay, like I said before, remember number one, like, how should I call them? Like, tip number one, what you see on your screen is not the whole picture. Phone screen does not equal the whole reality. And number two, remember that social media platforms and TV media sources, they want you glued to your screen. They want you to keep watching because it helps their numbers, it helps their ratings, it helps them stay alive. Like, it's not a mistake that what you're being shown is extreme and sensational and often really negative and fear-inducing because they want you to stay there and keep watching and keep listening and keep scrolling and keep, glued to whatever device it is that you're watching their content on. And so I'm like, I'll stay informed, I'll read the headlines and click through stuff really quickly, but it's like, I'm not gonna let anybody control my emotions. I can decide how I feel, and I'm not gonna let anything that I watch on a screen get me all worked up into a frenzy and, like to the point where I'm too afraid to even walk outside. It's like, don't let them control you. You can control your own emotions and decide how you feel. You hold the power. They don't control you. But unfortunately, I feel like a lot of people just end up getting into the doom scroll phase where they're like, oh my gosh, I can't even go outside anymore. I'm gonna die the second I step outside because everything's burning down and there's all these people and there's all this chaos and what am I gonna do? I should move to Canada because it's not, and it's like, no. As the kids say, go outside and touch grass. It's okay. All right. Aaron Small says it's probably just a battery issue. You know what? I heard this earlier, Aaron, and I am so hoping that it is a battery issue. I'm not, the thing is, I don't do well. I have a bad track record with dinking, like poking around and trying to take apart technology. Like I don't have the Midas touch when it comes to technology. So I'm just gonna bring it in for someone to look at and let the specialist determine what's going on with my computer. So I do hope it's the battery. Elme Diaz. I've got stones. What I see on my screen right now is a beautiful woman making some tofu. Unfortunately, I have to go. Have a wonderful evening, Hannah. Thank you so much for your kind comment, and no worries. I'm glad you could make it to part of this stream. All right, guys, I'm gonna close this poll. So vote if you haven't. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. Close poll. And now it's not letting me close it. Lol. Okay, there we go. Paul Rivera, Ibrahim, doing good. How about you? Vote early. Yes, vote early. I started voting early and it's awesome. Okay, guess what event I have tomorrow? Birthday party, got the most. So 32% of you guessed birthday party. I'm not going to a birthday party. Second place was baby shower. 28% of you said baby shower. Yes, I'm going to a baby shower tomorrow, guys. It's gonna be really fun. And Monique was wondering what outfit I'm gonna wear to the baby shower. I haven't decided. It's definitely not gonna be like cutesy and florally and feminine by any means because it's freezing here in Minnesota and I'm gonna be really bundled up with warm wool socks and boots. So to be honest, probably not the daintiest of wear, which I think is often the fashion choice for baby showers, but I think I'll go with maybe like, I wonder if I've got it around here. Let me grab it. You know, I'm not trying to go in there full, like, Winter Olympian, like, winter wear, but I'll probably wear, like, a nice scarf like this and have, like, a sweater on, maybe some earrings, but I'm gonna be dressed for the cold tomorrow. Monique, a baby shower, that's so cute. I know, I love baby showers. I'm trying to think when the last one was that I went to. I don't, oh my God, it might be pre-COVID actually. That doesn't, the thing is I've like gone to see my friends' babies when they've had their babies, but in terms of baby shower, I think it might be like 2018 was the last one. All right, so tofu scramble, looking done. Paul Rivera, are you bringing us to the baby shower? No, I will not be bringing you guys to the baby shower. I'm gonna have my phone away and just be present and enjoy it. User is here, user something. Toxic Mayhem, love the fit, Hannah. Thanks so much. I just threw this scarf on. I feel like a scarf can really add to an outfit. Yaba says, in days gone past, we had to use herbal remedies. Okay, some didn't work. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's why I'm so eternally grateful. I will say it forever. I'm so grateful to live in this time where, you know, if you have a minor issue, you could probably just run to the store, even just go to Target, go to Walgreens, go to CVS, go to any, like just a convenience store, even gas stations have some basic first aid stuff like Neosporin, Tylenol, Band-Aids, etc. It's like, that's like your first tier. It's like, okay, if I need to go and grab something to give myself some comfort, I can get a lot of stuff from either a gas station, a supermarket, or a drugstore. And then past that, it's like, okay, I should probably go to like a, like urgent care or like schedule some kind of an appointment, and then from there it's like, okay, it gets more critical. But I think it's like we've have this pyramid of options with it's like levels of urgency with a medical concern, whereas way long time ago it's like, all right, put a warm compress on that and put your feet near the fire and I don't know, drink this soup and drink this tea and eat this bread, and it just, that was kind of it. Like not much more until it got to like, we're gonna bleed you with leeches and do some crazy stuff. Yeah. I would never want to live in another time period. I would not want to live in the 1900s. I mean, I was born in 1993, you guys know what I mean. I wouldn't want to live in like the old 1900s. I would want to go back to the 1800s. Like, I just would be so, having to live like that would just be so uncomfortable, knowing how nice it is to live now. There was a gift from user Negrete. Let me get you on my list. Oh no, my scarf is in the tofu. No. At least these little fringes are yellow, so the tofu color wouldn't be bad. User Negrete sent a 100. All right, let's not add the scarf to the tofu again. Obs is back. Back to the Future, Stone Papa Smurf Trivia. How many countries are there in North America? Oh, are we gonna broach the Greenland topic in this one? William Berry, that scarf looks great on her. Thank you, William. Obs is back. Toxic Mayhem, thank you so much, Back to the Future, for thank you so much, Back to the Future, for modding out all this stuff. I don't even know what it was. Monique, I love baby showers. They are so fun and super cute. Are you bringing a gift? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oki Precision. Obs, Pete. Haven't even scratched the surface of old medicine. I did go to Yale. Raman Preciado. I actually was wearing a Yale hoodie earlier that I got at Yale when I was, oh my goodness, I think a freshman. But yes, I did go to Yale. I'm putting this on since I had it on earlier and it was just on my countertop. But yes. Ooh. Bula bula. Lux et Veritas. Mr. Dexstar. I'm making tofu scramble and quinoa. Donald Kinsella. I was born in the 20th century. You are correct. Ding, ding, ding. Cassidy says, something that makes me really sad is how ungrateful people are. How ungrateful people in America have become. I agree with this, Cassidy, yes. Complaining about everything and having no clue how nice they have it. Yep, I know. I think about people just take for granted so many things that someone in a much poorer country could only dream of having. It's like, you know, oh my God, Instacart, DoorDash. It's like the instant delivery, like connection to the internet, an iPhone or some kind of a smartphone, having a TV, having a roof over your head, having a home with running water, having a shower, having electricity, having a car, having access to care, you know, getting all the vaccines when you're a child so that you don't get measles, mumps, rubella, so you don't get polio, so you don't get tetanus. It's like there are so many people living in extreme poverty in very poor countries who have to walk miles just to get clean water because they don't have it at home. And they have to go to the bathroom in a hole because they don't have plumbing in their home. They don't have a toilet. Like, it's just, yeah. The level of privilege we've got here in this country is insane. When you look at the conditions in some countries, you're like, wow. It's like wild to know that there's still a lot of people who have to live with very basic housing and not good access to medicine or, you know, even like paved roads. Like there's places that just don't have paved roads. Yeah. I could go on and on, but it's like the basic necessities of like a typical apartment in the United States or home is like living in a castle. It would be the equivalent of living in a castle in so many places around the world. Yes, Cassidy, you're spot on. I completely agree with you. Brandon, just scrolling through. Thank you, Brandon. Hello, Toxic Mayhem. We're so advanced. There probably hasn't ever been a time like this before. 100% no. We're living, I think we're living in the most exciting time to be a human right now. Maybe in ancient Babylon or King Solomon or ancient Ethiopia. Oh, the herbs are getting to me. The spices are getting to me. Toxic Mayhem. I went to UC Riverside. Nice. There's 23 countries in North America, says Some Papa Smurf. We got the Mandalorian from Serbia. Hello. The Mandalorian. It was my dream school. I loved the campus. I loved how competitive the academics were. I loved the whole vibe. It was like brainy and quirky and fun, and also like earning a Yale degree opens a lot of doors when you're looking for jobs once you finish college. So it just was like, I loved the people, I loved the campus, I loved the curriculum. They offer so many degrees and majors and concentrations and stuff. It's like the faculty are world-renowned scholars. Also the financial aid was incredibly generous. Like I graduated without any debt from Yale, which is amazing. It's like going to college, having the full experience, getting really good education, and I didn't have any debt from it. It just was like www all across the board when I was thinking about like where to go to school. Antonio, beautiful beach day, much rest, nice. Mr. Dexter, yes, I'm vegan. The Mandalorian, William Barry, some historians believe life in the 19th century wasn't that bad based on how beautiful machinery, architecture, and art was. I would say it was nice for the rich people, but I would say no. I would never want to live that time as even like a middle class or like a person in poverty. Nope. Yaba, yes, first one right. Dameldola. I'm vegan though, love that recipe, says Mr. Dexstar. I'm worried I'm gonna get food on my blouse. Mandalorian is vegetarian, mostly vegan. Olivia, how are you? How are you feeling? I'm thinking about you with your orthodontist appointment earlier this week. Can't access dental care in the US without money. I'm not sure how true that is. Stella, thank you. Thank you for the bless yous, guys. I have a niece and nephew that went to UC Riverside, says William Barry. Bon Vivo. Donald Kinsella. Toxic Mayhem. Abdul Latif. William Barry. Ayush, pick one, BMW or Mustang or Lamborghini or Porsche. I'd probably go with a Ford Mustang. Excuse me. College in general is a waste of time. We need more tradesmen, too many with high college debt. Angela Blesh, I agree. I mean, I think that college is important for some people. It was 100% worth it for me. It was a great return on investment because like I immediately started making money after college and I had zero debt after college. So I just was starting from zero. But some of these people, it's like students who get these degrees that don't translate well to a high-paying job in the 9-to-5 workforce. So say, for example, it's like if you majored in like theater studies and the history of art, it's like you could probably find a job somewhere, like at a theater, at a playhouse, at a museum. But say you got a degree in theater performance and it was more like stage management and you weren't trying to become an actor. It's like, and say you got a theater performance degree and you went into like $150,000. I mean, it is gonna take you so long, realistically thinking about the jobs you could get with that major. I mean, if it's gonna take you pretty much decades or a lifetime to pay off a 4-year degree, that trade-off for me would not be worth it. I think it all depends on, you know, if the student really wants to go to college, if a bachelor's degree is necessary, you need a bachelor's degree to become a doctor, to become an engineer, to become a lawyer, to become, I'm trying to think of other jobs, probably an accountant, like a CPA. If it's necessary to get a bachelor's degree for the career that you want, 100% go. But also think about the debt. But it's like, I think the debt question is a huge topic. Like, people really need to think about the return on investment. Let's see here. Monique says, then again, some people assume that certain countries are all poor. I lived in Jamaica as a child. I had middle class experience there, which was not bad, to be honest. I had indoor plumbing. True, but I wouldn't live anywhere outside of the United States. No way. Mr. Dexstar, beautiful freckles. Thank you. Oops. Oh, cancel. Shoot. Let's see. William Berry. They have every kind of citrus tree in the UC Riverside campus. Kurt, what are you cooking? Quinoa and tofu. I need to blow my nose really quick, guys. Sorry. Let's see. Kurt. Esan is back. Arthur Lujano. Eamon is here. Hi, Eamon. I always agree with you. You don't have to. You don't have to agree with me, but I guess it's nice if we do. How about living in Canada? No. I mean, I will never ever live, I would never not be a United States citizen. I love living in this country. I would have property in Canada. I think it'd be fun to have like a little lodge to go up to if I wanted to like go on a skiing vacation. But no, I love living in the United States. I love having a US passport. I personally think it's the best place to live despite all the problems we have here. So no, I would not move countries. No way. Definitely not England. No way. Let's see. We have Mr. Dexter. You look great, beautiful freckles. Baby orchids, please press the like button. Share with your friends, families. Yes. Canada is too high in food prices. Yeah. And I would say generally in Canada, they pay higher taxes than we do in the US. It's beautiful up there and I wouldn't mind property, but no, I would like to stay in the US. Hannah is so smart. How many people do you watch on YouTube that graduated from Yale? There's some of us, I'm sure, but I have yet to I would love to connect with other Yaleys, but I mean, they have to be on this platform. But haven't come across one yet. At least that I knew of. No thank you to England and Canada. Amen. Yes, definitely not England. Based on what I've been reading and following for a long time in England, like politically and just happening in the city centers, I'm like, ooh, England is looking cooked. So definitely not England, no way. Not most of Western Europe. Yeah, I have no interest in ever living outside of the United States, period. I plan to live here. I plan to have my home, my primary home and citizenship always be here in the United States. Brinkleberry, I want to live in Sedonia. Kurt says you are looking very fine and lovely. Thank you. UK high taxes. Yep, exactly. And much harder to start a business in the UK than it is in the United States. The United States is open for business, okay? Like, say what you want about our issues here. We have plenty. Like, I will say there's lots of things I would like to improve in the US, but there are so many things I see in other countries where I'm like, absolutely not. Y'all have to pay so much more in taxes than we do, and we even complain about our taxes, but then you think about what people have to pay in European countries in taxes. There was actually a German user in my chat the other day, and he's like, yep, we have to pay like 45% in taxes, and I was like, no thank you, sir. I never want to pay that high in taxes. But yeah, just, there's no place like home, and I love the United States, and this is an opinion, but I think it's the best country to live in. I do really love living here, and I'm so glad that I was born here. If you lived in England, then you could see Chelsea play. This is true. They also come to the United States to play sometimes, but I mean, I wouldn't mind traveling. I've been to England twice, specifically London twice, and it's fine, but I just have no interest in ever living there. No way. We got Top Master from Italy. Ciao. Paul Rivera. Handsome Dan has fleas. Maybe. British Columbia and Banff are beautiful. So I've heard, William. Yes. New Haven Pizza is legendary. Paul Rivera. Special K. Amen. This is coming from someone who's lived abroad for years. Chat, listen, and learn. Yep. Oh yeah, I have lived in many places. I spent a summer living in Morocco, would never live there. I spent a summer living in Azerbaijan, would never live there. I've been to most of Europe. I lived in Germany 3 or 4 times. I taught there for a year. And by the end of it, I was just like, there's so many things going great in this society, but I just don't like it here. It's very socialized, it's very groupthink. There's not a lot of individualism like we have here in the United States. There's a reason why the United States has Hollywood and has the music industry that we do. I mean, it's like, at least in the US, I feel like people who stand out and pursue a passion or are different in some way, it's tolerated and like you're rewarded for the hustle. And in so many countries, you're expected to like conform, like individualism is just trained out of you. You're expected to be like one of society, one of the masses of society. And I could not freaking stand that. Because I feel like in the US, there's this sense of like, you know, the old saying, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Like independence is big here. You know, do your own thing, hustle, entrepreneurship, small businesses, provide value. How can you make yourself stand out? I think like Shark Tank, it's like, how do you compete as a unique person in your field? How can you advance? How can you, I mean, there's a reason why Justin Bieber like came here and like succeeded in our music industry. There's a reason why Elon Musk came here and built his companies. Like, it's like open for business, and individualism and entrepreneurship is valued here big time. And I really love that because I don't like being, you know, formed into some cookie cutter part of like what society wants me to be. I don't want to be a sheep. I want to be my own person. That's my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but that is something I really dislike about Europe generally, is just a lot of European cultures are so big on like conform, don't stand out, be part of the group, be part of the social patterns and the social engineering, and do exactly, like, stay in your lane. And I'm like, no, this isn't for me. No, I reject this. Gulf Island Rock. Monique says, if I had money, I would be okay with living in Europe. Money makes a huge difference. True. Alex says, well, come down to South Africa. I'd love to visit South Africa once. Costly here. Rachie says, don't forget the YouTube and Yale legends. Oh, Sam Sui. Yes. Thank you. That's right. Henny, your scarf is in the tofu. Yep. I was getting hot anyway, so I decided to take it off. I'm just going to check the thermostat because it feels really hot in here. Okay, it's at 71. All right. Thank you for the heads up about the scarf. Cassie says, yes, I love America. You don't even need a degree to become successful. Warren Buffett is the example. There are so many successful people who don't have degrees. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard. Bill Gates dropped out of, I think it was Harvard. Taylor Swift didn't go to college. Justin Bieber didn't go to college. Jeff Bezos, I don't know what his background is, but it's not super fancy. And it's just like, you don't even need to go to college or finish high school. If you know what you want to do and you're already getting input from customers and people who like are telling you like, oh my gosh, you're like really talented. Like, I love that you don't need to go through all this training to succeed here. There's routes to success starting at such a young age. Paul Rivera, Monique.
One of those locations until you get a job.
This is the gap between
Gulf Island Rock says, I'm in Canada, but because of our corrupt government, I'd much rather be in the USA. I mean, to be fair, there's corruption in our government too. No government is perfect. But yeah. Yeah, Canada's great, but it's not the US. And I don't think it ever will be. I'm just saying. Brinkleberry, I live in the UK, and yes, it's bad. It seems like no matter who we have as a leader, they are only in power to get rich, then we pay the price. Yeah, the more I've been following the UK politics for like the last decade since Brexit, and I'm like, dude, it looks like a hot mess over there. Like, I am not envious of people living over there. I've seen a troubling number of young people too posting videos. Granted, you could probably find a lot of Americans posting these videos too, but just a lot of young Brits who are, in their 20s and 30s, and they're just like, we're cooked. Like, I want to leave. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to the US. Like, it's just the old class system is alive and well in the UK. It's interesting to hear people's complaints about their own countries and things that you just aren't aware of because you don't live there. Gulf Island says, our leader in Canada sucks. Oh no. Camaro, I am European and Ethiopian. Wesley steals tofu scramble. Oh, the horror sent a happy poop. Thank you. Bezos is a real tiger. Nice. Monique, however, social media is helping people from other countries achieve a certain level of success online, which is really cool too. I agree with that, yes. Ooh, there were gifts from lots of you. Okay, hold on. I gotta get these handwritten down since my computer is temporarily incapacitated. I wanna make sure to get this right. The Horror 544. And then Eamon sent a gift. Hi, Trey Hodges. Your friend Corey is here. Tofu Scramble right here. Eamon, thank you for the flower. 3553. Mark, thank you so much. Gulf Island Rock. Love USA. Hey, sending the love right back to you. I love Canada. I've been there several times. I feel like there's just not much of a difference whenever I've gone from Minnesota to just a little north to Canada. It's like you cross the border, and for the most part, the roads look the same, the signs look the same, the houses look the same, the billboards look the same. Sure, the companies are different, and the grocery stores are different, and everything's in kilometers and metric system. But it's like the people are really friendly, and the quality of life seems really high. It's just, again, it's just not home for me. But I've loved Canada when I've gone there. Flower for the beauty, thank you, Eamon. John Juan. I'm already sensing masculine energy. Trey Hodges, I'm going to be a first-time uncle in May. Congrats. Camaro says, that's a cool mix. My in-laws live in Uganda. Nice. Mr. Dexstar, I used salt and pepper, and then I've got some organic turmeric, which clumped a little. I've got some paprika, and then I ran out of curry. I put the jar in my sink, but this is curry powder. And I'm gonna eat some of this in a little bit. Oh, the horror, I'm doing good. Happy that it's Friday. How are you doing? Mahmood, I'm vegan, so yes, I'm plant-based. Trey Hodges, Beetlejuice, happy Friday to you. Great to see you. Mr. Dexter, oh, this is treacherous, guys. Mr. Dexter says, I love my vegan people. Gulf Island Rock, it will be a better day when Canada becomes part of the USA. And see, I don't want Canada to become part of the USA. I'm like, I think we're cool with our 50 states, the whole Greenland business. I don't know enough about it to understand why we're so keen on Greenland. My guess is that it's probably going to be a strategic land resource as time goes on. But I'm very like content with the United States in terms of like how big we are, territories, all that kind of stuff, where it's like, we got the 50 states, we've got Puerto Rico, I think we still have Guam. I'm not sure, when it gets into like the territories and stuff, that gets a little fuzzy for me. But in my head, I'm just like, it's like, why do we need to shake up the geographical order? It's like, we don't, like, just, I'm fine with Canada being up there. I'm happy with the US as we are. I'm happy with Greenland being, I don't know what the word is, protectorate, or it's overseen by Denmark. Like, I personally am like, I feel like the status quo is fine, but, you know, there's people who are ambitious. I love vegans too, says Wesley. Mr. Dexter, yep, Ryan Reynolds is Canadian. Beetlejuice, hey back. Paul Rivera, precious metals crashed today. It's all Tom Lee's fault. I have no idea what any of that means. Cassidy says, scrolling on TikTok is creating brain rot. There is another way of life than watching people cry about their life and country. Yikes. And I am not on TikTok. I don't really ever plan to be. Paul is here. What's cooking? Tofu. Olivia says, USA is still in debt too, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, we still have a massive deficit. Wesley, Haroon is here. Shazi, good to see you. Monique says, my sister lives on the outskirts of Toronto, and where she lives gives me a Sims mixed with Russian architecture vibe, maybe because it's super cold. I know random, but that was my impression. Ooh, that is, to me, that would not be a happy impression. Back to the Future saying hi to Olivia. Mahmood. Can you meet complete protein intake without relying on tempeh and tofu? Yes, yes, it's possible. Paul Rivera, don't forget to support the Yale rep. Vice says Wolverine is Canadian. I think I'd have to double check if I feel like Hugh Jackman is like Australian. Mark says, I haven't eaten anything with an eyeball since 2019. I'm the only one in my family. I don't know, I can convert them. Hey, I was the first vegan in my family, and I got teased, and I got made fun of, and then things changed. So I think it's laudable when you're the first one to do something and everyone around you is not only different, but they're making fun of you and teasing you. And I mean, it's easy. I think it's kind of sad when it's like the majority gangs up on and picks on the minority. And I think it also makes people uncomfortable. It's like, oh, like, why are you doing something different? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? So stick with it. Just do what works for you, and who cares what other people think is what I have to say. Tomcat, hello. I'm in Pensacola, Florida this evening. Go Navy. Yes, my favorite branch. Yep, Mr. Dexter, I thought Hugh Jackman was Australian. Yeah, but being plant-based, you should be able to put your roots down anywhere. Ha ha ha, clever. Hugh Jackman is great as Wolverine. I agree. Wolverine, the character from comics, is Canadian. Interesting. Okay. I don't read comics. Okay, I'm gonna eat some of this food. Let's have some of this tasty food, guys. All right, so this is the quinoa that I cooked earlier. Looks tasty. You look like Mystique. Interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten that on my channel. Don't know if this is fully cooked, but there's a few that don't look fully cooked, but oh well. Not my best batch, I'd say. Okay, so there's the quinoa. And then I like to put tofu on top of this beautiful plate of quinoa. Is that couscous? Nope, it's quinoa. Just waking up in the morning is a blessing. Exactly. Yep, Cassidy. That's another thing that's another trick that I use to flip my mindset whenever I'm feeling negative about anything. It's like, hey, guess what? Like, I woke up this morning and I got to live another day on planet Earth. Like, that right there, I'm grateful for. All right. Oop. Can you transform to a beautiful lady? Monique, people thought I was crazy in college when I went natural with my hair. The next semester they went natural too. Yes, I think most people feel uncomfortable when you change.
Super frustrated. Sorry you're going through that.
Like it makes people, I think it triggers people because it makes them think about themselves, and it's like, well, you know, what am I not doing that I might like to do? People are strange. Like the song. All right, and what I love, so this is a bunch of protein and some carbs from the quinoa underneath. So this is tofu and quinoa, and then to add some fat, I like to drizzle on tahini. Still a fan of okra air fried. I've never had okra air fried in my life. That sounds really good. Vice is still a fan of okra. Amen. That rooster is decorative. Oh, the are you talking about my plate?
The more you make, the more you spend.
Yeah, you got $10,000 going somewhere. Do you have any kids?
We don't, just me here.
Oh man, y'all are living.
And when you say we do a budget, what does that actually mean?
All right.
We actually sit down and, you know, we go over it together. I think maybe most of our money's going like to teaching funds, you know,
Okay. Maybe some green onions on top. I don't have any of those. I don't eat them all that often. Mm-hmm. I know, Monique. I find that change reveals a lot about other people. Because it's like when you change and you do something, some people will be really supportive, but some people will be shady. And I think it's the shady people you gotta look out for. Because it's like they're dealing with some insecurity, some issue, and they're projecting it out onto you. Yep, exactly, Vice. So true. I was thinking this the other day, like, I try to eat super clean, super healthy with the occasional treat. And it's similar to working out, where honestly there are many days, if not most days, where I just don't feel like working out. But I know it's for the best, and I know I'll be glad that I did it. Same with eating clean. It's like it can be boring, it can be repetitive, but I feel great eating clean. Looks great, says Paul. Amen. Chat stop. Passenger cooking.
Is it guaranteed that in 3 years you're moving? Or you'll be relocating?
Let's see.
It's not guaranteed, it's like I said, it's gonna be another three years.
Yaba is saying, at my age, an extra day is a bonus. Yep. Never take a day for granted. That's something I try to remind myself of. You don't know how long you have.
You're not throwing anything away. You're buying patience here, Mark, because here's the truth. How are you
Thank you, Manuber.
$50,000 home 4 months from now?
Let's see. I'm so glad the winter storm has passed. Have a great weekend. How do you stay motivated to exercise? I struggle. You know, I just tell myself one thing I play over and over in my head is like, when have I ever regretted doing a workout? It's like, I know I'll be glad I did this workout. And it's like, on days where I'm tired or unmotivated, where it's like, I just don't want to do this, it's like, literally just keep moving. Like, get your shorts on, get your top on, lace up your shoes. Like, if you force yourself to continue acting on your workout, and it's like, turn on the treadmill, start your warm up, start jogging. It's like, eventually, like, you will just get through your workout if you refuse to like sit down and not do it. I just tell myself, keep moving, keep doing it. OMG, Andrew, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Chelsea, West Ham, 12:30 your time. It's gonna be 11:30 my time, Andrew. Also, thank you so much. Andrew, I can't remember. Is this game gonna be at Stamford Bridge or is it gonna be at West Ham?
If I were you, I would spend this time. You've got 3
Thank you. Hey, Andrew. I don't want it to be Food in my teeth in this screenshot. Ah, all right. Nappy boy, pretty boy, quinoa and tofu is what I'm eating. Mahmood, what external supplements do you take besides B12? I take a multivitamin with like all the vitamins and minerals. Andrew Sabini, let me get you on my shout outs. Andrew, very generous of you. But yes, Andrew, I will be watching that game live. I'm so excited for it. So excited. Thank you so much. I wish I could reply, but I usually do that on my laptop, and my laptop, I'm afraid it died. Hopefully it's just a battery issue, but it's not powering on anymore. Welder's Fence. I've never done a triathlon. Nope. The Silent Hand, tofu, and quinoa. Diana Reyes. Andrew says Stamford Bridge. Oh my gosh. Home team is always on the left. Oh, I didn't know that. Different to your sports where the home team is listed on the right. Yeah, okay. That's so interesting that it's flipped. So you will be there then, Andrew, is what it sounds like. The Silent Hand, Godzilla. Actually, let me, hold on. I'm thinking of, I came up with the trivia question a little bit ago. Pretty, or, hello, Diana Reyes. Sorry, I'm thinking of a poll question. Godzilla. Chazi, what is the best tofu dish out there? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I can't think of one off the top of my head that's like the best. I've had many, but the best is really tricky. Cassie says, yes, some days you just need to get up and hit it. Yep. It's like literally don't like, you're gonna get bombarded with all these thoughts where it's like, it's too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too stiff, I don't feel like it, I could just sit on the couch, I could do this and that. And it's like, these thoughts are gonna come into your head. They just will on certain days. And you just have to realize, like, if you can detach how you feel from how you act, that is the key, I would say, to reaching any goal and being successful. Is like, you can never depend on your emotions and your mood to dictate whether or not you're going to do something. So it's like whether or not you wake up well rested, whether or not you wake up feeling motivated, whether or not you wake up in a positive, upbeat mood. It's like no matter what happens, you still need to execute on the plan. Like, separate your emotions from action is the best piece of advice I've ever gotten from any like entrepreneur, influencer person. Monique says, I only ever regret not getting enough sleep. Yep, that is something where I'm trying to be as strict as I can, like maxing up on my sleep and really not negotiating on it. Thank you, Vice. I'm glad you love the channel. White Boy, I'm also rooting for the Seahawks. Monique, Mr. Dexstar. Soy is super versatile. Tofu, tempeh, soy sauce, soy milk. Yep, I love it. And it's a complete protein. Thank you, Gulf Island Rock, for subbing. Andrew says, I'll be there, Hannah. Am I coming? Oh, my son is coming too. Another father and son outing to football. Isaac. Yes, your son Isaac. Back to the Future. Chazi says, Seahawks, boo. Never thought I'd say this, but let's go Patriots. I can't. All right, I'm trying to think of, parties I've hosted.
That's awesome. And I would definitely pause on this because your wife wants to keep it.
Okay, here we go. Trivia time. Poll question 2. And I'm doing this on mobile, which is such a struggle. Okay, poll question. I'm gonna take this out of my stand because this is just torture. Reaching across. Guess which type of party I've hosted before. And then my options are, let's see, party, stay, party, soup, party,
And we always recommend if
Um,
on your income, you need a term life policy that's worth 10 to 12 times your annual income. So you make $100,000, you need $1 million to
or,
1.2 million in term life. And a 15 to 20 year term is what you're looking at, especially because you're following the baby steps.
That's right.
So your house is going to
guess which type of party I've hosted before.
or you can call 800-356-4282.
Yeah, and to be sure, the point is to get to the point where you're self-insured and you don't
Okay.
need these anymore. Like I said, in their case,
They're on the
seems
line.
like they're on the line with the $300,000 nest egg. I would.
Can you guys see the poll?
Yeah. Listen, if they had 700.
Oh, oh, here we go. Sorry.
That's the whole picture.
It's a little crooked, my bad.
Let's go to the next thing. We've got Patricia. She's in Jacksonville, Florida. Hi,
Ooh,
Patricia.
it's kind of big. I'm gonna make this smaller.
Patricia?
At my second home, the pub that they're working on the summer menu, vegan starter, whipped tofu, yummy with beetroot, love it.
Let's go to John.
Andrew, yeah, but Andrew says, Hannah, I am intrigued as to how you came to like Chelsea. My dad always rooted for Chelsea, and I grew up watching him support Chelsea, so then I just tagged along and became a Chelsea supporter myself. Summer, Pinay, white boy. All right, let's eat this. Mm-mm-mm.
Rationalize getting a car for $30,000 versus getting one for $15,000. But I feel like I'm in my car a lot, so I want to love what I drive. And financially, I've been preparing for this moment for a long time, so I think I can.
So you have cash for 30,000? You have 30,000 cash?
Yeah, I can put $30,000 on.
Interesting. What do you earn? What's your income?
I make $85,000 a year, but I'm like very meticulous with how I spend my money, where it's going.
All right, white boy, summer, Back to the Future. Ooh, we're almost to 100 likes, guys. Super close.
That number, that would be okay.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
And you have no debt?
know that.
Man, way to go. How old are you?
26.
Goodness
Good
gracious.
job. Way to
I'm
go.
very impressed.
I tell you what, we have some folks calling in at 26, and I'm praying for them. But
You
you
rarely have like greenlit a 26-year-old buying a $30,000 car. And you, sir, I have checked all my boxes. You're paying cash. It's no more than half your annual income.
All right, sorry, I'm listening to the Ramsey show, and this 26-year-old caller calling in is killing it.
$30,000 car.
Rick Diaz.
You're going to drive this
No, this is tofu, not Puerto Rican.
It's going to hit it so hard. This car is going to be worth $50,000 2 years. That's what you
Mmm.
need to be prepared for. And that's okay, because you're paying cash. You can't be underwater on
You guys, trivia question. Guess which type of party I've hosted before? Cocktail party, graduation party, 4th of July party, housewarming party. I love seeing what you guys pick.
That is a fiscally responsible 26-year-old.
Yeah, it is. Good for you, my guy.
I love it.
I have nothing more to add. I mean, I would go drop that cash today.
Maybe you can upgrade
Good to see you, Birch Josh. Happy Friday.
No,
Any fun plans for the weekend?
as a Honda Accord person, it's not me. I'm not a car person. I don't feel, this is controversial, you can drop it in the comments. I don't feel safe in a car. I think I've always been in an SUV, and so when I get in a car, I'm like, number one, I feel so close to the ground.
All right, let's see. Back to the Future guest housewarming party. Tony Romano. Oh, shoot, too late. Dang it. My flag tripped me up. But I will get you on the shout outs. Tony Romano, good to see you. Tony Romano, 427 sent a flower. Thank you. UK Yar is back. Good to see you as well. Ooh, this is tasty, guys. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Non-stop flights to over 90 destinations.
Oh no, Birch Josh. I'm sorry. You work weekends. Still though, happy Friday. Let me grab a little more tofu.
COVID, and I wanted to upgrade from my '09 Civic, and I was looking at an Accord hybrid. That was like a 2018. This is during COVID. Okay, 2 years old, 3 years old. I could not find one for under because remember how expensive cars
That's
were?
right. Used cars particularly,
And so I gave up.
Casty says, I loved watching the shorts video. Y'all weren't happy with the outcome. Loved watching the shorts video. I'm trying to, which one of them, Casty? Because I've been posting so many of them, I can't remember.
I love that. Okay, going back to our questions from social media.
Let's see.
It says,
Mrs. Skywalker? Ooh, I love that.
let's from Facebook. Our 16-year-old son just graduated college and has his first
Mr. Carter, hey Miss Lady, I see you all over my YouTube. Nice.
what would be some good options for
Mrs. Skywalker, Mr. Skywalker, I'm sorry. Mr. Skywalker, The American Dream, Somi, and Cassidy.
The fact that a 16-year-old has a job at a place with a 401k tells me this is big boy stuff. So here's the good news. You can always invest into a Roth IRA. As long as he has earned income, he can put up to that much in a Roth IRA. And the limits this year, I believe, are $7,500.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
And so if he makes at least $7,500 this year, he can put
Hello, Grayman.
into a Roth IRA, which means after-tax money, he's not going to get a deduction for it, but then it grows tax-free for the rest of his life. And let me tell you, you can pop this into an investment calculator. 16 years old, $7,500 one time. At 66, it would blow your mind how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that turns into without you looking fast.
Yeah, this kid's a genius.
I don't think I've ever made tofu burgers before, Grayman,
First job in a 401k.
but I'd love to.
Gosh, I'm feeling behind in life.
Let's see. I just read online a guy I played football with back in the day was arrested. Uh-oh, by the FBI. That's a little scary. Do you know what he did?
Hey, George Campbell here. So
Let's see.
buying or selling your
Can you please make tofu burgers next stream? Probably not next stream. No.
feel overwhelming. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to tackle the process.
My next stream is on Sunday,
Base is the place
and I don't think I'll have time to do burgers on Sunday.
to get prepared to buy or
Mr. Skywalker says true.
start to finish guides, a podcast, and even an in-depth video course.
I was gonna say to you, Stone Papa Smurf. Must be serious if your former teammate got arrested by the FBI. Not just local law enforcement, but I'm like, dang, if the FBI is involved, whoo, that's a step up. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Our scripture and quote of the day, Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their work. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up.
It's very serious. You don't want to know.
And has no one to help them.
I think the FBI says enough. Knowing that the FBI is involved, you're like, ooh, all right.
The goal. Interesting.
The gloves are coming off.
Yes, exactly.
It's serious. If the feds are involved, if the feds are coming in and snatching him, that's got to be a pretty serious crime.
In Los Angeles, California, I bet he knows who Mr. T is. What's up, Steven?
First time I did it wrong. Second time I had to wrap the tofu.
Yeah, my question is, I'm in the process
Yeah, Grayman, I have a tofu press. That's how I press the water out of my tofu.
of a company she worked for out of California, and was trying to get us to relocate to Texas.
Juanito. I don't know what you said earlier.
Here for a couple of years, and I told my parents here, I moved the house with my parents in a private residence in California. So my main question is, about the desert.
Be sure to vote in the poll, guys. I'm gonna close it pretty soon.
Stay and take the salaries, or should we
Yummy.
pursue
That was very satisfying.
pursue their career, which seems to be the best
No.
trajectory?
Interesting.
So you excited about it?
Well, we just don't know what to do. It's a big dilemma for us because, we have all the roots and family here in California. It'll be pretty hard to leave everything and to move to another state.
Is there a big, is there anything financially that?
Grayman, if they're eating it, it's food. Yes, tofu is food. No matter what they say, no matter what the petty haters say.
I'm 40, so just planned after I sell my business. And I don't want to say I go, I think that was a little lever.
Do you plan on selling it soon?
Steve is here.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Skywalker for 80%, they're worse off. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, too, guys, I'm sure some of you are wondering this. I will not have time tomorrow to do a Saturday pop-up live stream because I'm going to be busy at a baby shower. Grandma maybe one just like that says Steve. Cute. Yaba says, see the guy who climbed the Taipei skyscraper was paid $500,000. I think he only took 90 minutes to climb it. You know what's crazy though? Is I think that is a much more impressive feat than the Jake Paul fight. And Jake Paul made $92 million in like 20 minutes. Which is crazy when you just consider it's like one guy climbs the skyscraper in Taipei, gets $500,000, and it took him 90 minutes. Jake Paul fights Anthony Joshua for 20 minutes and makes $92 million. Crazy money, crazy. Also, you guys are super split on this poll. I love to see that. I'm looking for my chapstick, 1 second.
I would, before you, I mean, have you lived your whole life in California?
No, I moved around all over Florida.
Oh, okay, good.
Let's see.
That's good, because I was gonna say, part of moving.
I disagree, Mr. Skywalker, because I've already lived in Germany several times in my life, and I prefer living in the United States. I live a better life here than I lived over there. All right, we made it to 100 likes, which is awesome. I am gonna close this poll in like 1 minute, not even, so vote, people. 31 votes so far. I'm just gonna close it now because I want to reveal the answer to you guys. All right, let's do this. Guess which type of party I've hosted before? 4th of July party. Wow, it was tied, even 4th of July and housewarming. So 4th of July, I have not hosted a 4th of July party before, but I think it'd be really fun. So that's not the right answer. Housewarming party. I've never hosted a housewarming party, so it's not that. Cocktail party. I've never hosted a cocktail party, which means it's graduation party. I hosted my high school graduation party and made the guest list and invited people and all that stuff. Like, it was really fun. I remember being a little nervous that day and hoping it all went well, and it did. But yeah, that's, of those options, I have hosted a graduation party. I hosted my high school graduation party. Grayman, you got it right. Miwok Pride. I'm doing good. Happy it's Friday. I have a fun weekend of events ahead of me. So yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? Monique says, I was hoping it was a cocktail party. I would have been like, wow, Hannah, look at you, LOL. The thing is, like, I don't drink alcohol anymore, so I probably won't. But people who can host a cocktail party, I'm impressed by. I'm like, you need to know some stuff to pull off a successful cocktail party. At least more than me. Yaba, you got it. 2 out of 2. You know me so well. Mocktail party. That's good. I could do that, Monique. Yes, a mocktail party. I wish that I could text on my phone my usual reminder text that I put in the chat where it's like, reminder, my next live stream is so-and-so, or whatever day. My next live stream is gonna be on Sunday night, so 2 nights from right now at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's my usual schedule. Siba, alcohol leads to regret the next day and a lot of cringe. Yeah, I'm like, I don't need to drink alcohol anymore. There's no need. Yes, Grayman, least voted. I love when the right answer is the least picked or not first. makes me satisfied. I actually don't like it when I write a poll and I think it's good and then 40-50% of people guess the right answer. I was like, oh, it wasn't that tricky, was it? Big Hoss, you made it. Hello, Big Hoss. Good to see you. I want to thank the donos from tonight. And I also want to make a point of thanking Back to the Future, who's been a wonderful mod. My sister, who's also a mod, was here earlier. I saw a lot of cleanup by Back to the Future. So thank you, mods. Killer Kitty is here. A lot of cringe has me cracking up. Yeah, it's true. It is true. I can think of some mega cringe following a night that had alcohol involved, where it's just like, it's not a bad thing, but it's just, I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, well, live and learn. So tonight's donos, there were lots of them. There were 3 super chats I've got written down. There was a super chat from Roger Hess, Wesley Stotts, and Andrew Sabini. So thank you to those 3 guys who gave super chats. There were 10 gifted memberships from Jamericon Yilmaz. Thank you, Jamericon. And then there were a bunch of gifts, and I think I got all of them written down. I have Ernest, Reaper, Joe Sensei, Bishop Bullwinkle, Roger Hess 490, Gianna Forever, User Negrete, Oh the Horror, Eamon, and Tony Romano. So thank you guys for sending those gifts. Stakes is High, looking like a person in 90s music video. This is one of my work blouses. Thank you very much. I have to dress business casual for my 9-to-5 job. Stakes is High. Back to the Future, Joe Sensei is still here, and thank you again for the gift that you comboed it, I remember. I think. Yes. I think I got that right. So those were the donos for tonight. Gamer God Squad. Oh, we got people rolling in here. I hope it's not polyester. No, this is not polyester. I don't know what the fabric is. What was I thinking here? Oh, I was gonna put some of these ingredients away. I was cooking earlier tonight. Oh, it's definitely not nylon. Rayon, Mr. Skywalker, what Americans think about it, TBH, silk, satin. It feels like it feels like a silk or satin pillowcase, honestly, because I sleep with satin pillowcases to keep my hair from breaking, and it feels like the texture of my pillowcases. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes. Thanks, Back to the Future. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. It's been 2 hours. It's been really fun, lots of good convo, and I'm glad that I could get some cooking done just so that I feel well set up for this weekend. Like, I've got some food in my fridge. I did some grocery shopping earlier, so that is nice. Most are 100% cotton, wool, and linen. Wait, Hannah, good night, says Vice. Yeah, I am gonna get a move on because I got a busy weekend ahead. Good night. Yes, Back to the Future, thank you so much again for being such a wonderful mod. Thank you for all of the modding, all the messages you cleaned up. I could see you remove messages and I was like, didn't even see it. Yaba says, you don't want to know about some of my uni parties, still got the headache. I bet in those days, Yaba, you were having a blast. Knowing how much fun you have now, I mean, this would be decades ago. I'm sure it was a riot wherever you were having a party, or a hootenanny, as you call it. Stakes is High, you told the newbies that your schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, but you usually stream on Saturday afternoon too. This is correct, Stakes is High. I will not be able to stream tomorrow, but usually I'd say I can make like half of the Saturdays, but I'm too busy tomorrow to make the Saturday live stream happen. Sauce on, much hope. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. I'm gonna get a move on. I'm actually trying to be like good about getting to bed at a good time, even if it's not a work night like tonight. Stakes is High, yes, it will be very fun. There's the Chelsea game to watch tomorrow morning, And then I'm going to a baby shower. It's a family friend, so I'm very excited to go to this baby shower. And then I'm hanging out with friends on Sunday. So it's like a solid weekend, like good amount of activities, but it doesn't feel overwhelming, and I'm still planning to get lots of sleep, so that's good. All right, Grayman, good night. Everybody, good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in my kitchen. And also send your prayers and well wishes for my MacBook laptop, because I was not able to power it on, and nothing worked to get it to turn on yesterday. So I'm gonna have it seen by a specialist over the weekend. And I'm hoping they can fix it. And if not, I'll just have to buy a new MacBook laptop. So we'll see what happens. But send your well wishes my way, specifically to my laptop. Literally, stakes is high. You're the third person tonight to say it's probably a battery issue or could be a battery issue. I'm hoping that's what it is. I have a personal policy. I've broken too many tech devices in my life where I don't mess around and try pulling things apart and taking out pieces. I'm like, if I can't do a quick reboot or Google, or if all the little quick things aren't working, I'm just gonna bring it to a specialist. I am not gonna try and pull stuff apart myself and then potentially do damage to it. So I hope it's a battery thing and nothing more. The Bikunath, good night, Grayman, stakes is high. Mark, interesting, I'm saying hello again. You're one of the nicer people on here. You should see some of the other people. I hear these things, and I mean, there's gonna be a mix because it's the internet. But yeah, I keep it really clean on here. PG, family friendly. This all could be on like Disney Channel, I'd say. Just, you could watch this anywhere. You could watch my content at work, you could watch it at church, you could watch it in a very formal setting, you could watch it in a courtroom. Like, it's just, I don't do anything crazy on here, and I love reading people's comments and trying to get to all of them. So thank you, Mark. I'm glad you could loop back and leave a comment again. That's great. Mad Acoustic, I'm so sorry, but I am signing off for the night. Joe Sensei, gotcha. Got your gift before it floated by. I got the floating heart before it floated away. Okay. That's it for tonight, guys. I am gonna get ready for bed and just rest up for this fun weekend. So I will see you guys Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central. Mark your calendars, turn on the notifications, hit the notification bell. I will be back on here in 2 nights on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time here in the United States. So I will see you guys then. Bye.